Hi, my name is Paula McMichael. I will be answering some questions for a job interview for a position in the elementary school science department. The first question that was asked was, what is the most important thing that I think I can do as an educator to inspire my students to love science? And I think the most important thing that I can do is to allow the students to experiment and do hands-on learning. Hands-on learning gives students the power to learn things in their own hands and in their own ways and experiment with different things and new possibilities. Hands-on learning is more interactive than just reading something in a book and doing worksheets. When I was in third grade, I had a teacher who decided that we were going to do some experimentation with different organs. We were doing a unit on the human body and different organs, and so she lined all of the tables with painter's tape and cellophane so that it wouldn't make a huge mess, but we ended up dissecting all kinds of different organs. I dissected a heart from an antelope and discovered the different ventricles inside of the heart. This was very inspiring to me, and I still remember it today because we learned about it on paper and through books, but then we actually got to learn about the heart by viewing it, feeling it, and slicing it open and seeing what was inside. So I honestly think that one very important way to get students to love science is to do hands-on science experiments, and that way they will be more interested in learning science in the future and doing new experiments and seeing what else they can learn. The second question asks me to discuss a time that I failed to achieve a goal and where I went from there. My freshman year of high school, I decided that I was going to be a track athlete and I was going to do the hurdles. I did the 100-meter hurdles and the 300-meter hurdles. I was good enough to make it to state, and during my first race at state, I hit a hurdle and pretty much fell down, but got back up and finished the race. I could have just decided to quit doing track from that point on, but I decided that I was going to work even harder and put even more time and even more energy into this sport. I gave it everything that I had. I practiced every day, and I ended up placing at state my senior year. It took me 3 years to finally place at state, but I did it, and I was very proud of that moment. I came from failing to eventually placing at state, so it goes to show that you can give up when it's hard, or you can keep trying and you might just make it. The third question is, what will I bring as a teacher that is unique and innovative? I want to bring in real world situations because when I was in high school, I remember being in science class or in math class and thinking to myself, why are we doing this? When am I going to use this in my life? And I honestly didn't understand why I needed to learn these things. And I think that it's important for teachers to explain why we're learning these things and where we will be using them. So I think that I will bring lesson plans that will pertain to their future, things that they will need to do, things that they will need to learn, and hopefully that will inspire them to learn them. If they know that they are going to have to use these things in the future, they will be much more likely to be engaged, to want to learn about it, and to continue on learning about it after the lesson is over. I would like to do a lot of hands-on learning. a lot of experiments. I would like to go on field trips and let them see the world around them and learn about the world around them. I also believe in project-based learning, where students can find a topic that they're actually interested in and that they actually want to learn about and work together as a team to learn about it, create a project which gives them pride in something, and then present it to the class. I would have them dress up in their nicest clothes so that they can learn what it's like to be in the real world and what employers are going to want them to look like. Being a professional, working together with other people is really important. You're going to have to work with people your whole life, so it's important that you know how to be a professional, working with other groups to help them if they need help. That is true professionalism, but at the same time wanting your own group to do as best as they can. I think that project-based learning is great because it can help students that are struggling, because there will be students in the group that are at a higher level of learning, and there will be students in the group with a lower level of learning, and the students who are at a higher level of learning can help the students who are at a lower level of learning, and that way they're teaching, which is the highest form of knowledge, and they're also learning by working together. The last thought that I have for what I could bring to this institution is that I can bring a positive attitude, a hardworking ethic, and a lot of fun and inspiration to the students. I think that if they're having fun, then they're inspired and they're going to want to learn, and they will keep learning, and they will go that extra mile to learn even more about what we're learning about. I want to thank you for your time, and thank you for listening. Yeah, thanks.